is the Liberal Party candidate, Mr. Ali bin Zahid.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the Just Vote Forum for this great opportunity, and I'd like to thank the other candidates for attending, and for you all for coming out and listening to us. I came to this great country 8 years ago in hopes of a better future for myself and my family. And I went to the University of Waterloo for engineering, and I moved to Calgary 3 years ago. I've been living in the riding of Calgary-Foothills ever since, something I don't think the other candidates can boast about. Now, one of the biggest attractions of Canada that we had before we moved here was the healthcare system. And it was only after I moved here that I realized that the system is broken. We spend more per capita out of any province in the country, yet we do not get the services that we need. Wait times are outrageous. The Canadian Institute of Health Information recently released some stats, and they said that 90% of Albertans with cancer wait up to 10 days longer than the national average for surgery. That is unacceptable. So we need to, instead of cutting down on healthcare spending like the PCs have suggested, we need to spend smart, not cut stupid. Another issue that I'm going to focus on is the economy. The PCs haven't balanced a budget for 7 consecutive years. How will they do it again this time? We have a $7 billion deficit. Now, if we have a deficit that is that huge, how do we have $30 million for an election that nobody wants? How do we have 18... How do we have $18 million for a golf course that, well, why do we need to spend tax per dollar on that? Just because we need to please some corporate friends of the Premier. The Premier decided to increase taxes and fees for normal, everyday, hardworking Albertans, 59 of those. Why do we need that? Why do we need a healthcare levy? Individuals can expect to pay up to $1,000 for their healthcare. We, the Alberta Liberals, don't want to put the burden on the middle class. We want to raise taxes for the rich, for the wealthiest, and the corporations. And we want to reduce taxes for most Albertans. The median income for an Albertan is $42,000. So if you're one of those, we will reduce your taxes. Now let's come to education. We were promised 50 new schools to open in 2016. 2016 is next year. Where are the schools? We were promised a new school in the riding of Calgary-Foothills, in Sherwood. Now the Calgary Board of Education released a report that lists the future projects for the next 3 years. And that school in Sherwood is not on that list. Where did that school go? Class sizes are increasing, and we're getting tens of thousands of new students next year, and we're going to have to crowd them into classrooms that are already overstretched. The PCs want to focus on private schools so the children of their friends can get that benefit, but we support public education, and we want to eliminate the mandatory school fees. Last but not least, I want to talk about seniors. We need to invest more in home care because, frankly, seniors do better at home. It also saves some costs. From $1,200 a day in the hospital, it's a mere $60 at home. So we need to give the seniors the dignity they deserve. Now, this election is about trust. We've been here over a century and will always be here for all Albertans. The PCs want you to choose Alberta's future. But if you choose what the PCs are proposing, that's not the future. That's the past 44 years. The Alberta Liberals are the only moderate centrist alternative to the PC government. Vote for change, vote Liberal. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Next